same main color, I guess that's how. How are you? Pardon my laziness, how are you?
Oh, okay.
That's Here.
Danny Garnett,
Here.
Mayor Statham.
Here. Okay, real quick, I'm just going to kind of give a little bit. We've got a lot. Convey on forward with the council meeting. So you got those notes on there? All right, so the next item on the agenda is the approval for the minute. From the state, from Governor Ivey, as well as Northeast Alabama Realtors Association, so we want to recognize that as well. Another recommendation, I do not see or notice, I don't see her, so I'll skip that one. The next person to be recognized is going to be introduced by Member Jennifer McGriff. If you would introduce your guest, please.
Okay, so we have Valerie Goodman of Sleep in Heavenly Peace, and thank you so much, Val, for coming out tonight. So Val and I linked up in 2019, and we started, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of our PJ Day that we do across Etowah County Schools to raise money for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. And so Val's going to share with you guys the stats and the results from that for the last few years and give you a little bit of information about our upcoming community bed build that we're going to have on April 25th at Southside High School.
Val, you have the mic there, and like I said, you're welcome to sing, dance, whatever you want to do.
She can sing.
I know she can.
Sing.
All right. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation and the opportunity to share. My husband Tommy and I started the Sleep in Heavenly Peace Gadsden chapter June of 2019 officially, and up until Alabama and Tennessee, so we're just zooming out trying to serve more children. But tonight I'm here not only to share with you about an upcoming event or about our partnership with local schools, to be successful academically. It sets them up for success with their interactions with their peers socially. It's good for their mental health and emotional health and physical health. So it's so much more than a bed. I always say that the bed is just a vehicle that gets us in the door and allows us to plant seeds of hope into their lives. So you guys are a part of that. You've been doing that wonderfully well. May will be our 7th year officially, and we're getting ready to go into our 8th year in this community. So we currently serve 6 counties, but Etowah County continues to be where the largest concentration of beds are delivered. And I'm going to get to some stats in just a minute, but I want to share with you about a partnership we have with local schools with the Pajama Day. This started, Jennifer and I could have never have known in 2019 when we had this idea about a Pajama Day in the schools, what it would grow into. We just had no idea. It started with one school, Gaston High School, and that first year, it raised $8,000. But fast forward, after 7 Pajama Days, it has raised $183,880.40. That is 736 beds. That has changed the lives of 736 children in our community, and it does make a difference. It makes them feel like they have something that has only ever been theirs. It's not used, it's not borrowed, they're not sleeping on floors, they're not sleeping on couches. We've seen right here in Etowah County a 15-year-old young man, Brian, who was sleeping on the bottom part of a treadmill. We have seen it all, we have witnessed it all, and it's a silent epidemic. And so I want to praise you guys in this community because it's only possible because of the support. You guys have always believed in our mission, and so I thank you for that. We have an incredible opportunity coming up for everybody to roll up their sleeves and be a part of it, and that's at the annual bed build that we use a portion of the funds from the annual Pajama Day. We use a portion of those funds. That's going to be at Southside High School on April 25th, and registration opens at 7:30 a.m. The build kicks off at 8 a.m., and we are going to build 60 beds that day. And so come on out, be a part of that. We love it when you pre-register. It helps us plan better. It's not required. There is definitely on-site registration, but you can find all of those links and instructions on our Facebook page. That's at SHB Gaston AL. But come on out and be a part of that. I wanted to talk just a few minutes about the impact of what that looks like. To date, since June 1st, 2019, we have delivered 6,193 beds across. We serve 6 counties now. We initially served 9 counties. But guys, that is an enormous amount of children in need. And we don't have time to go into what the dynamics of that look like, but just know that the need is real. Every application is vetted. We work with other local organizations, schools, and churches. We get a lot of referral sources, and the need is real. And so that is 6,193 children who they're the future leaders of our communities. And so you're a part of that. But what I wanted to hang out on is roughly 45 to 50% of that is right here in Etowah County. Etowah County continues to be the highest concentration of where the beds are delivered, with Talladega and Calhoun counties as a close in second and third. So right now we have 114 children on our wait list, and we celebrate that number because historically that number has been usually around 250 to 300, but there was a point where we had 900 children on our wait list, and we had to pause applications just to get a handle on it. So we have had a lot of volunteers, a lot of delivery teams that have made this 114 number possible. But what's important for all of us to hear tonight is that 53 of those children are right here in Etowah County. That's almost half. So if anybody is interested in being a part of the delivery team, we will set you up for success, and we will send you out with our blessing, because the more volunteers we have, the quicker that we can meet those needs. So children aren't waiting months for a bed. Their turnaround time is literally just weeks. But what we do is small and simple, but it has a huge impact, and it's only possible because of you guys. Just real quick, the other part of the funds, I shared that part of the portion of the so with the ag departments, we're able to go in, we have wood delivered to the school, the students are trained and they build beds in the classroom, and then our team goes back out and helps them brand and stain. We've even had some students come full circle and go on deliveries, and it's making a difference, because I believe that just like hatred and, just a general feeling of people not being kind to one another, that begets more of the same, but so does kindness, so does love, so does generosity. And so when we train up our next generation in the way they should go, we build stronger communities. And so we love this partnership with the schools for this pajama day, because it is making a difference. And we may not see it right now, but I'm telling you, 10 years down the road, you're gonna see it. So thank you for being such a wonderful, wonderful community, and thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you very much. Val and Tommy both have a heart for this ministry. I've had the opportunity to help with some funds and doing some things, and even my wife and I have gone out on some bed deliveries, and it literally, it impacts young men and young women's lives more than you'll ever know. And great job. So we appreciate you. We just need to add, instead of just schools, we need to add businesses, because I know all the office and all, they want to dress up in pajamas one day, and I told them that I would donate it. I'd donate money,
So you can, so the next PJ Day, Giving
we're gonna do
Tuesday.
it. We'll do it here.
What we do is we have a school partner with, they find a business to partner with.
Okay.
And so then the business agrees to match funds or give, X amount of dollars.
Easy
So
now,
that's-
don't
yeah,
hurt me too bad.
Just saying.
So, but we'll participate for sure. So, but thank you very much for being here and the information, and a very, very good organization. I think even Dan, y'all's church has done bed builds and things like that. I mean, the community itself here at Southside does a great job in giving back to, to the well-deserving folks and needs out there. And so we thank all the churches and all the volunteers that do that as well. All right, so the next person is Miss Scarlett Farley from the Board of Education. You just walked in right in time, so you have the speaker. You're recognized. And this is Miss, absolutely. So, well, I'm sorry. Hey, you know me. You're not late. You're right on time. You were next on the agenda. So,
Well, I'm Scarlett Farley, and I'm very honored to be here tonight to speak with you. I am the Etowah County School Board member for District 2, which is, I live in Glencoe, you have to live in that district to run, but I represent the whole county. And I just wanted to come and meet all of you and tell you that I'm running again for the district. I would like to be able to serve again. I'm a lifelong educator. I've been a school teacher, middle school principal. I've been a coordinator. I've worked in Montgomery in the education department and the finance department, and I know all about the school business, and I've enjoyed it. I've made a lot of differences, and I've got a lot of things we want to continue to do. And I enjoy working with all the communities. The county school board has done a lot for all of the communities, and there's a lot of growth in these areas, and there's gonna be a lot more growth, and I'd like to see us have some good things happen. Thank you, Joey. I'll answer any question you might have.
y'all have any questions for Miss Farley? Okay.
Well,
Thank-
I'd be very honored to represent your school again, in the next term. Thank you very, very much for that.
Thank you for being here, and we appreciate what you do and what you've done.
Well, there's a lot more to be done.
I get it.
Look forward to doing that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am. All right, so we'll continue with our work session and all. The next item on the agenda is going to be the monthly report. I believe we have Thomas Hunt going to be doing our fire department. So, Mr. Hunt, you're welcome to give us that report, please, sir.
All right, Mayor, Council, for the month of March, the fire department responded to 103 calls. Those were 6 outside fires, 3 structure fires, 1 hazardous non-chemical, 2 hazardous materials, 48 illness, 19 entry trauma, 4 false alarms, 8 good intent, 10 service calls, 5 citizens assist, and 6 cancer response. Their average response time was 4 minutes and 28 seconds. And And also, back on March the 17th, there was a total loss of a residence on the south end of town. There was a fatality involved with that. It was investigated by the Etowah County Arson Task Force, along with the state fire marshals, and that fire was deemed an accidental in nature.
Okay. Any questions from the council? Thanks to our fire department and their response time. That's a great time and all. We appreciate everything that they do. Chief Williams, you have the mic for our report from the police department.
Good evening. March of 2026, the Southside Police Department responded to 347 calls for service. 37 of those calls were animal-related. We completed 492 traffic stops, and there were 66 reports. We had 11 motor vehicle accidents, issued 194 citations, and 262 warnings. You guys made 20 arrests. 3 of those were drug cases, and 3 of those were DUIs.
Okay. Any questions from the council? Thank you, Chief, for what your department does and all. And I want everybody to know, everybody says Southside, you know, they're gonna get you with speed. And so I'm just letting you know, there was 262 warnings, 194 citations. So if that was reversed, you could say we're writing everybody a speeding ticket. So just letting you know. But thank you for what you guys do in keeping us safe. We appreciate that. The next item on the agenda is the discussion from the ordinance, from the public hearing and all. This is to amend 30-149 of the Code of Southside, the zoning ordinance. The council has the draft. It's recommended by the Planning Commission to do this. It's in your packet, so it's opened up for discussion and all. I know y'all have had an opportunity to read over it and read through it. I will tell you that there was one adjustment from the Planning Commission. Let me make sure I got it here. That was added. There were 3 options. Yeah, I got it right here. Thank you. There's a total of 3 options. On the second option, it was added. Well, let me just read the first option was basically that the sidewalls, you know, you have an option on your sidewalls, you know, to have brick, stone, stucco, all the accordant. And if you had metal on the sides, that you had to go 20% with the brick or rock or whatever's on the front to make it, you know, more cohesive. The second option is you had an option of doing a porch or an awning or cover or dining seating area, permanent attached that goes the length of the buildings. And this is all on corridor Highway 77. It had to be 10 foot in height. It had to have a roof pitch. It had to, let's see here, make sure, or if you decided to go 20% down, that the rest of the building all the way down had to be option 1, which was just read, or option 3, which is landscaping. So in other words, the sides of the building have to be addressed. It can't just be a metal side. Every commercial building along Highway 77 is this way already. They do have metal sides. You have brick front. All commercial buildings are built that way. So that's all the ordinance is if you do it that way, then you've got to add something that looks aesthetically better than just the metal. It also, the metal has to be earth toned. We changed that so that you not putting hot pink or, I don't know, crazy colors. Is all I can say. We added the word earth tone to the metal so that it looks, you know, aesthetically better than what it could, because it's kind of wide open right now. And so we wanted to make sure that that was better. But that was added in 2, that they had the choice, if they only went 20% down, that they had to do landscaping the rest of the way. So in other words, both sides would have to have either landscaping or some type of awning or some kind of screen or something that makes it more aesthetically correct. So that was added on that. And that was from the Planning Commission, and that's what was recommended by the Planning Commission. So any questions on that? I want to make sure y'all knew that that was an adjustment. It was highlighted in your packet. Any questions or discussions on that? Okay?
Do we need to add that to new business tonight, Mayor?
Yes, because we're under a time constraint, because we do have businesses that are ready to start construction, and they have to make sure their plans, this is one of these items, just to let you know that it needs to be a motion to suspend the rules, to place the ordinance on the agenda for new business, immediate consideration, and waiving the second reading of the ordinance. So, and we have to do that by a roll call vote.
I will make that motion, to add it to new business, and then the roll call vote will be during the council meeting, correct?
We'll have to do a roll call vote, from what I understand, to put that on the agenda tonight on this particular anytime there's an ordinance. Any other things, we don't have to do a roll call vote.
Okay, I will make that motion.
All right?
Second.
So I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, Madam Chairman, if you would call the roll, please.
Keith Clay,
Yes.
Jennifer McGriff,
Yes.
Joseph Hutchins,
Yes.
Shane Ham,
Yes.
Danny Garnett,
Yes.
Mayor Statham.
Yes. Okay, so it is 100% unanimous, and it will be put on new business here coming up. So thank you very much. The next item of agenda is in your packet. There is an ordinance to potentially amend the nuisance and abatement order. This ordinance is very vague. It's been in place, from what I can remember, since 2020. I believe is what I have it on here, and so we've gone 6 years. What is happening on nuisance abatement, and this has to do with the cleanliness and the niceness of our community. There, we have people who, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. We have people who continually, that we have to send a letter to. They have a 30-day notice to take care of things. They take care of it. 3 months later, we got to send them another 30-day notice. They're just habitual, doing it over and over and over and over again without any type of bite, if that makes sense. So this ordinance, we're not going to vote on it tonight. Don't need that. I just need for y'all to read through it. I've had the police chief. I've had the public safety director. I've had the attorney, myself. We've had Judd. We want to make sure that anytime anybody is going to do habitual things over and over and over again that they're not supposed to, for instance, operating a business without business license, leaving a car on blocks in the front of the house or on the side of the road for, over 60 days or anything like that, and they get a complaint, anything like that, if their grass is over a foot tall, and it causes, that everybody's neighbor, is complaining, then it gives us, we still gonna do the letter, they still have an opportunity to correct and all, but if it keeps going over and over and over again, they'll have to come to court, and there's just a little bit more bite, and they'll be fined a little bit quicker. Matter of fact, the second and the third time, we won't even send them a letter, because if you've known that you do it and you continue to do it, then you're gonna have to come up to court. So I'm just letting you know, we're trying our best to understand, and we know people don't have monies to do a lot of things. We do not mind helping. We have done that in the past and helped people, and we will. If you need help, all you have to do is communicate. We've got people that will volunteer to cut your grass. We've got people that will help you do things. If you need a car hauled off, we can help get that hauled off for you. But the bottom line is we're just trying to keep our community as nice and as clean and presentable as possible. So this is just ordinance. I want you guys to read through it over the next couple of weeks. If you have any questions, you're welcome to call. If you want to ask the attorney about anything on it, if you want to ask the chief or the public safety director, anything, or even myself or Judd. Judd has agreed to it. Everybody's agreed to it. It is doable. So I just want y'all to have that opportunity to kick through it. I know you've had the opportunity to read it, but it's not needed to be voted on now. So I just want to make sure that we punch holes in it, if there's any holes that need to be punched. So, okay? Any questions or discussions on that? All right. Thank y'all very much. The next item on the agenda is going to be a discussion from the finance director and treasurer, Ms. Nikki Pilot, and this is to establish a new account that's designated for police funds. This is for immediate consideration. And I'll get her to say that, and then I'll comment afterwards. So, Miss Nikki, you have the mic. You have to turn it? Oh. Oh, I hear it. There you go. And thank you, Nikki, for what you do. We appreciate you.
Okay, during our audit, one of the recommendations the auditor had made was that sometimes there are funds that come into the city. They are from, currently what it's been from is some, what they call 1033 equipment. It's stuff that we get from, like the government.
Government surplus.
And it's surplus stuff. And to be able, when we sell that, that money's got to go back into the police department. Well, the police department doesn't have their own account because everything they have gets paid for out of the general fund. So what they're wanting to do is open an account and call it police funds or police deposit account. And just put that kind of money in there so that it has its own place. So there's no question about where it is and what it's used for. From what I understand, it'll be the same recommendations as the rest of the accounts, the same. It'll come from the same. It'll be from Metro, and it'll be signed by the same people that sign the other stuff right now. So.
Okay. And just to kind of give you, some other examples without going into great detail, but like we had a few years back, there was some during, I don't know, it was arrest or a fine or something. There's some cash, for instance, we have in the evidence room that's sitting there that's already cleared. The DA gets a certain percentage, for prosecution, things like that, and then the city gets the other amount of money. So we literally have some cash sitting there that needs to be deposited, and anytime that is handled by the police department, then it goes back into the police department. It does not have anything to do with their budget, but it is monies that they have to spend for the police only. So we don't want to mix and commingle any of those funds. So that's what this account is about. So, and we've got that monies, and it's just sitting there, and then we've got some other things that are coming in that we need to open up this account, and I need for you guys to consider it as new business tonight as well, just because we've got it ready to be, we've got money sitting there waiting to be put in an account. So any discussions or questions with Nikki or myself on that?
I'll make a motion that we move this item for consideration as new business.
Okay, so we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And it's carried, so it'll be on new business. Thank you, Ms. Pilot. The next agenda is a resolution to authorize myself, the mayor, to execute a contract between the sheriff's office for right-of-way cleanup. I need for this also to be on immediate consideration. All this is the sheriff's department has graciously offered to help keep our roads picked up litter every single month. They've already done it twice. Hopefully you can tell on 77 the trash is a lot better than what it was. We also have an MOU that we're going to be cutting the right-of-ways for the state, because they only do it twice a year. So we're going to maintain that through the spring and summer. We've already started on that. There's a lot of work to be done there, but the trash pickup, all that I have asked the sheriff's department is, I want to feed you. So in order for me to buy them lunch, which it was $60 here this last time, because I think there were 6 of them, so it's a $10 lunch from Burger King. And then I have to have an MOU, and I have to be able to sign a contract for services, even though they're not paying us. I have to have that on file so that I can get my money back. But the bottom line is I just need to execute that contract. If y'all are okay with that, I would like for y'all to consider that. And we won't take them out to Red Lobster or anything, I promise. Matter of fact, the contract says up to, what was it, $120 max, so.
Did you say you need to add this to tonight's agenda?
Yes, sir, if you
Okay.
don't mind.
I move to add it to tonight's agenda.
Okay, so I have a motion,
Second.
second. All right, any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. All right, and it's approved, and we will put that on new business. The next item is also to be considered for new business is the resolution for the mayor to enter into contract services with Vector. Let me get to that real quick. I have to turn over my notes, I'm sorry. Vector, we've had problems with our camera system really since day one. When I got here, there was, from what I understand, it was out for several months. I called them, I complained, I've worked, I fussed, I got Thomas on it, he's fussed. We've had them come out a G in times. It's $200 an hour just to call them out. I got with Nikki on these service contracts. They have agreed, the company that owns or that produced, manufactured the system says that our system is basically not a commercial grade camera system. We have 5 pieces of property where it's monitored and it's not able to do what we need for it to do, which basically, it's basically a residential system, basically. Long story short, after me telling them when we're pulling out, I'm going to do something else and all, they said, no. They came in, they offered to put in a brand new commercial, higher grade commercial system at no charge to the city. We saw a demo, as a matter of fact, it was live. We saw Hoover, school system that has 19 schools. They literally pulled them up in every hallway and every single picture. They showed us this is what you need, and that's what they're giving us. So I don't want to go into great detail what it does, but I can tell you can't get away with anything if you come in here and try to do anything. So it literally, if you come in and if it's a nice, bald-headed, handsome man with glasses, they'll click on it and they'll say, that's Dan Childs. It just does neat things that you would think a camera system, and a security system would do, but they graciously offered. It has been ordered. And the other thing is we're paying, Nikki, do you remember the dollar amount? I can't remember, but we're paying several $100s more than what they're offering to do this for. We basically pay a fee each month, and it's a couple $1,000s. It's a couple $1,000s. So what they've offered to do is they want to give us a service contract with that, take away that fee, that couple $1,000s, and it's only going to cost the city $513.50 a month. So we're saving a substantial amount. The new system, there's no telling how many $1,000s the new system is. Of course, I didn't have to sign anything to get it, but I'm just telling you, they're giving it to us. The only thing that I'm asking you is to give me permission to execute this contract for $513.50. So, and that system is already ordered. It's supposed to be put in within the next 2 weeks. So it needs to be for immediate consideration so that when it comes in, I can sign that. We won't have to pay the over $1,000, and we're going down to $513. So great news. So do I have anybody that wants to do that?
And
Immediate-
that's all it's gonna be, what's this $2,000 installation, they waiving that?
It is, yes, when I talked to him, yes. I'm sorry, yeah. It's a total of, it's that front page.
Okay,
That's what I'm signing and agreeing to.
all right,
The other stuff was everything, they're waiving that, and the camera system is being waived.
good.
What was you pointing at? Oh, we already got that under new business, I'm sorry. All right, so, anyway, y'all okay with leaving it on new business? Okay?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
okay, all right. Okay, have I missed anything else on your sheet? Okay, sounds good. All right, old business. All right, old business, we talked about and discussed, Cruising for Cure Car Show that's sponsored. We talked about that sponsorship. We did not get that grant. So that was $2,500 that we applied for. I believe, Brian Nunley and, his group, they were asking the city we did last year $1,500, and, we told them we'd bring that back up, so, that's old business, that's already been discussed, so what is your pleasure on the $1,500 or whatever you want to do? Discussion.
I think the city, we ought to go ahead and honor the $1,500 commitment since we didn't get in the grant. So I'll make a motion that we approve the $1,500.
Okay, so I have a motion. Is there any discussion before there's a second or anything on that? All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion now? First and second for $1,500? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And it's carried. Mr. Nunley, congratulations. Thank you. We appreciate what you do. Going for a good cause. All right, new business. These are going to be the new business that we put on the agenda now. So the first one is the ordinance to amend 30-49 of the Code of Southside Zoning Ordinance. That was in your draft. That's what we talked about. So do I have a motion on that ordinance?
Motion.
We got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All right, so we have to have a roll call vote on that because it is an ordinance that's being amended. So roll call, Madam Chairman, if you would call that roll.
Keith Clay,
Yes.
Jennifer McGriff,
Yes.
Joseph Hutchins,
Yes.
Shane Ham,
Yes.
Danny Garnett,
Yes.
Mayor Statham.
Yes. All right, thank you very much. All right, the next item that we put on the agenda is for opening up the bank account with Metro Bank, correct? Is that correct, Nikki, Metro Bank? All right, for the designated police funds. All right, do I have a motion?
Motion.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And it's carried. Thank you very much. All right, the next item on the agenda, we're doing good, y'all. We're doing good. All right, so the next item on the agenda is to authorize the mayor to enter contract with the Etowah County Sheriff's Department for the right-of-way cleanup. All right, do I have a motion?
Motion.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? And it's carried. Thank you again. The next resolution is to authorize the mayor to enter in a contract with Vector Security for the 5 city-owned facilities. All right, do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And it's carried. Thank you very much. All right, so any public comments at this point? Okay. All right, Mr. Keith Clay, you have the floor.
I don't have anything.
Okay. All right, Ms. Jennifer McGriff.
I just want to encourage you guys to come out to the bed build on April 25th. It'll be at Southside High School, and support Sleep in Heavenly Peace because they really do make a difference in the community.
Absolutely, I will be there. Yes, sir. Mr. Joseph Hutchins.
I don't have anything.
All right. All right, Mr. Shane Ham.
Don't have anything, just thank y'all for coming out. It's good to see everyone out here.
Okay, Mr. Danny Garnett.
Don't have anything.
All right. All right, real quick, mayor comments. First of all, we're gonna have a road closure. Want to make sure everybody hears this and pass the word along. It's gonna be Wednesday of this next week. It's gonna be 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to be replacing drain pipes because that road, it's Slasham, is gonna be paved, so we're handling the drainage issues with the pipes and stuff. And it might possibly go into Thursday from 9 to 2. We're trying to get it between 9 to 2 so we're not affecting work or coming home or school. So we're trying to handle that, but hopefully it'll all be done Wednesday, but possibly Thursday. So please make a note and pass that along. The next planning commission is scheduled for Monday, April the 13th, here in the chambers at 5:30. The next regular council meeting is Tuesday, April the 14th. I was going to say, let me ask a question there. Are we leaving the 28th? We're leaving the 27th. Okay, so do we need to make that Monday? Yes. All right, so what Monday is that date? Are y'all okay with doing it the Monday? Look at your calendars real quick.
Yeah. That's where we leave.
So we have to do it on 27th.
So, when are we? We have to be on the 28th. Okay, so Monday, we're good. Okay. All right, so I'm sorry. April the 27th, which is a Monday, we'll have our next council meeting here in the chamber at 5 o'clock. Are y'all okay with that? Yes, sir. Okay. All right, good deal. Good catch. Let's see here. We'll have to go. Okay, all right. That's okay. It's no problem. The first dinner and a movie that's coming up on the lawn this year will be April the 17th. It's at the Landing. Their food trucks will be there from 6 p.m. Movie starts at dark, and the movie is Happy Feet. Want to remember the food donations. Southside Baptist Church and the library, have designated places where you can drop off those food donations. All donations are being picked up by the Etowah Baptist Mission Center and distribution from there, from the center. Is that correct, Mr. Childs? Okay. All right. Don't forget about Slasham Road. And then what we're going to do here at this time, that's all the announcements. Thank all of you for being here. We're fixing to go into executive session. And so there will be no other votes or anything coming out of executive session. Thank each and every one of y'all for being here, and we really appreciate your concern. Anything we can help you with, our office is open, and we'd be glad to help. Yes, sir. Are you waving at me, telling me hello?
Bill Seymour, I think most of you know me. I've been here almost 50 years, and I'm concerned about my city. And I like to notice things. And I'm also concerned about that metal bridge down there. On state, but that's another discussion. Something happened about 2 weeks ago, and I didn't see it on television, I didn't see it in the newspaper, and I can't believe nobody else knew anything about it. The new South Side Bridge was jammed up jelly tight all the way to a tower. What happened?
There was a mental health issue where somebody was threatening to jump off the bridge. Yes, sir. And well, everyone did an excellent job. I was out there 40 yards away from it myself. Something can't be helped. If it was my dad or my brother or anybody there, they did an outstanding job. And there was an announcement on the news and also through Rainbow City. Yeah, well, there was, and it talked about mental health. They give a number. If anybody's struggling with mental health, they gave a number and all. And it's just somebody we need to keep in our prayers. He just didn't feel like life was worth living anymore. And that's a sad situation. And the police, sheriff's department, Rainbow City, Southside, every single person, first responder, everybody did an excellent job. I was there personally. And don't believe the stuff you read on Facebook, because somebody literally said it was a multi-car accident and somebody got rear-ended and we was just making up stuff. That is a lie from the pits of hell. So it's just, don't believe the stuff you read. It's absolutely crazy how people make up stuff. So, and it's really not funny, y'all. But I mean, it happens, and I don't get it. But anyway, thank you for your concern. But they did an outstanding job. Yes, sir. It was just a mental health issue, and he's getting that. Oh, I get it. I was told you had enough money, you can buy a helicopter, you can go across back and forth. Somebody told me you had a bunch of money, so I expect you to buy a helicopter and you help us out. So thank you, Mr. Seymour. So I appreciate you very much. Thank you for your comments. All right, so at this time, I'd like to adjourn. We'll adjourn, and we'll go into executive session. I will ask our city attorney to confirm this economic development and potential litigation through the parks. All right, so it's been certified and all. Once again, we're not going to reconvene afterwards, so I have a motion for us to go into executive session.
Motion.
All right, got a motion, got a second?
Second.
All right, we need a roll call vote. Madam Chairman?
Keith Clay. Yes. Jennifer McGriff.
Yes.
Joseph Hutchins.
Yes.
Shane Ham.
Yes.
Danny Garnett.
Yes.
Mayor Statham.
Yes. All right, thank you very much. Our meeting is adjourned, and I do appreciate once again everyone attending. Y'all have a great evening.